According to the United States Department of Transportation, cell phones are involved in nearly 1.6 million auto accidents every year. This causes nearly 500,000 injuries and 6,000 deaths annually. Through various studies, it is shown that cell phones cause a decrease in concentration and focus. As a result, cell phones should be banned in all places of learning, business, and during the operation of all motor vehicles. So today I'll be discussing how cell phone use negatively impacts one's retention of knowledge during learning environments. I will also describe how texting causes lower levels of focus and attention to detail, as well as productivity while at work. And finally, I will address the global issue of texting and driving and how that affects us. This will all be followed by a solution to the problem, as well as how the earth will be if this problem was absent. So first, I will discuss the problem surrounding the cell phone pandemic. Cell phones inhibit the proper cognitive skills needed to engage in day-to-day activities. It provides instant connection to entertainment and communication at all times. The alerts, alarms, and ringtones will not only distract the user, but everyone in their direct proximity. And finally, it aids in the feasibility of cheating, which results in less consumption of knowledge throughout the entire student body. Phones are commonly used to control essentials during travel, such as music and navigation. It is also proven that eye glances off the road longer than 2 seconds will double your chances of an auto accident. And according to Gabby Baudre, a doctor at the Sahlgrenska Academy in Sweden, teens with excessive cell phone use will exhibit less sleep and restlessness, which cause greater risk for accidents at the wheel. So for example, it's late at night and you're scrolling through Instagram or you're scrolling through YouTube and you realize you have a test early that next morning. Well, while instead of getting enough sleep, you stay up late and continue scrolling. On the drive to school or work, you're falling asleep at the wheel and get into an accident just because you wanted to post that one thing on Instagram or watch that one last YouTube video. This problem can be attributed to the demand for high levels of multitasking in our busy society. It is caused by several inadequacies in the present system. The convenience of a cell phone makes it readily available at all times. Navigation on our phones almost seems to justify distracted driving, and mobile apps and TV shows can be watched over Wi-Fi or data in virtually any place in the United States. This problem will continue unless corrective action is taken. According to the Smithsonian Magazine, future technology will allow for integration of cell phones in daily life to greatly exceed what it already is now. And as functionality increases, so will the willingness to use them during unnecessary times such as school, work, and driving. Because this is such a significant problem that is being dealt with inadequately in the present system, a change needs to be made to control the distractions associated with mobile devices. The use of cell phones should be banned in all places of learning, business, and during the operation of all motor vehicles. If mobile devices are necessary at school, institution-owned tablets blocked from any access to games or social media can be used as a replacement. This will reduce students' capability to engage in social media platforms or games and pay closer attention to the professor, resulting in more retention of knowledge. Phones should also be left in compartments outside of working areas and be used only during designated times and designated places. Studies from the University of California at Berkeley show that a decrease in the use of cell phones will actually result in an increase in communication skills and productivity in any environment that you're at. And finally, greater penalties for texting and driving should be implemented and more strictly enforced. This will reduce the likelihood of those prohibited activities taking place. So next, let's take a look at the future. If America continues excessive cell phone use, we'll be less productive at work, learning less at school, and the roads will be more dangerous than they already are. However, if we implement the suggested protocol, our future will have a more brighter outlook, more productive outlook, and be a safer place. The main advantage to this solution is the increased cognitive and communication productivity, as well as the safety aspect when it comes to driving. However, some people say there are disadvantages to my solution. Some people say that cell phones in school and workplace allow one to remain in contact with their employees, their teachers, and can also be used as a learning aid. However, they are wrong, because a lot of times can be utilized for communication and outreach. Some people say that phones can be used for emergency contact and navigation while driving. While this is feasible, one does not have to be constantly monitoring their phones for navigation or emergency purposes. Bottom line, my solution is the best solution. While some say we should increase this integration of cell phone use in our daily life, we shouldn't, for it's proven through studies and statistics to be more of a hindrance and a risk than a benefit. So in conclusion, cell phones present major issues in areas of our lives considered to be the most important. Several precautions should be made in order to contain technology-related incidents. So I end you with this thought. Help the world become a more productive and safer environment for our future generations and discontinue the excessive use of cell phones.